This just in, Marvel movie news is starting up in just a couple seconds, and we're going to talk about Black Panther and Spider-Man and Infinity War and Venom and New Mutants and Dark Phoenix, maybe, probably. We're going to do that. Sit right back, and we'll be right back, I guess.
Welcome to Popcorn Talk, featuring movie discussion, news, and interviews. Popcorn Talk, we talk movies. And now, here's Popcorn Talk's Marvel movie news.
Be right back.
No, it
made no sense.
People felt very welcome. They
Yeah,
know that we're going to be right back.
Well, I was like, yeah, did I say sit? I don't even know what I said anymore. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to our show. Our little bitty show we like to call the Marvel Movie News. This is episode 136, coming to you live from inside the Imcran Crystal.
Yes, this is the White Hot Room.
Yeah, I thought
we are the avatars of the Phoenix.
I thought, let's see just how nerdy I can make this. Grand Crystal. On our show, we tell you all the news from all the studios, why you should be as excited as we are. Subscribe to us on iTunes at Marvel Movie News, or find us at youtube.com/Popcorn Talk Network. Also on their website, popcorntalknetwork.com, on Twitter at Marvel News PTN, or at the Popcorn Talk. Also on Facebook.com/Marvel News Show. And guys, if you'll tweet a link out to our show with a message telling people about the live chat and how they can join it and come see our awesome, beautiful, very intelligent faces. Hydra Steve in the booth will retweet you. We've got Hydra Steve back this week. Say hi, Hydra Steve.
There you go.
Don't ever leave us. Don't ever come in here and be like, hey guys, just going out for some Johnny Walker. I'll be right back, and then never return.
Yes, we're going to have the chat room do a poll of who they like better. Hydra Steve or Ronnie.
Civil War all over again.
So I'm Matt Key at the Matt Key. We're joined by Markia McCarty at MarkeiaMcCarty.
Yes.
I'm getting the cadence. I'm still getting it down.
I feel like a kindergartner. Do I really spell it like that?
So I'm not I don't mean to insult you. Like,
no, it's not insulting. I'm just wondering, like, kindergarten teachers.
Oh, yeah.
And like, this is how you spell.
This is how you spell your name.
Good job.
Thank you. I feel like I look at you every week like, did I do it right? Did I do it?
Yeah.
It's reversed. And Coy is different today.
Yeah.
Coy's changed. No Deadpool hat. That's the biggest difference.
He grew a beard.
Yep. This is the one, the only, the masterful Jesse Klein. Hi, Jesse.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? I'm super excited to talk nerd with you guys.
Oh, we don't actually do that. We're
no.
Yeah.
Am I in the wrong spot?
Yeah. We're gonna talk about the current state of the world and politics and everything. Yeah. Sorry.
Exactly.
I guess if you consider that nerdy.
My first question was, is Scarlet Spider still in Austin?
I know. I was like, I don't believe so. I think that was probably changed with Secret War. Secret Wars.
For those that don't know, Jesse does Sci-Fi Weekly with Doom.
I do. The voice of Doom and I
Yes.
do Sci-Fi Weekly. We also do the S.H.I.E.L.D. show together, so... I got some nerd credentials here on Popcorn Talk.
Man.
Afterwards.
I wish there was better blood between us and Doom, but we all kind of hate him.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's a little awkward.
He is, a super villain.
Yeah, he's a super villain. He has a lair underneath our desk here. I couldn't think of the word. I was like, this thing where papers reside.
I mean, do you know if you've ever actually met Doom, or if it's just been a bot?
Yeah. Just shorted me out. All right.
Bots.
We've also got, as I said, Hydra Steve in the booth. We've got Ollie over here on the couch.
Hey guys.
He's watching.
Yeah, I'm watching the chat, so you better be chatting with me.
And you better be nice, because Ollie's a nice guy.
I love everyone.
And we've got Colt Badeau tweeting from the Starjammer, as always. Hope Colt is doing well.
Yes.
Colt needs to come visit us someday. Come down from space. Colt! Come down from space. All right, let's get into it, because Marquis and I both have places we got to go tonight. So it's going to be a bit of a faster show today. Bear with us, but we're going to do it. Black Panther, no Coy. So I moved Deadpool to the very last. I was like, no, Coy's not here. That's the end. We're starting with Black Panther. Shuri's intellect is on par with Tony Stark, according to director Ryan Coogler. I'm going to read this quote.
Okay.
And then all I want to do is just sit back and listen to you talk about it.
Okay.
Okay. Director Ryan Coogler, talking to Entertainment Weekly about Shuri, says, Wright's Princess Shuri character is not only a fighter, but a brilliant scientist on par with Iron Man's Tony Stark. She has spent her life researching and experimenting with vibranium, and these twin blasters are just one of her devices. Markia, go.
Okay, so this is a little bit of a rewrite from the Shuri that we visit in the comics. For her to, I have no problem with this. In fact, I think this is a really great progression of her character. They talk a lot about her strength. Yes, her intelligence and intellect is like, you know, she went to university. You know, she's the learned one. You know, kind of a thing. Well, learned in a way as in with Western influences, kind of a thing. So for them to also be where she's what they're going with this, like this prodigy, I have absolutely no problem with this. It actually fits particularly well with her storyline. Like, as we know, she has coveted the Black Panther mantle. In fact, she was actually going to challenge T'Challa's uncle. Okay, this is in comic books, so it's different. It's different from the storyline that you know in movies. But she was going to challenge the uncle of T'Challa, because T'Challa was off, doing his coming of life kind of a thing. And there's this whole storyline with that. So she was going to challenge the uncle, but the uncle ended up being defeated by T'Challa. So she had to wait in the wings for her chance to be Black Panther. And then continuing on, when T'Challa was, there's a lot of stuff that happened, but T'Challa is comatose. Wakanda needs a leader because they're facing an imminent threat. She goes through the process to become Black Panther, is refused by the Black Panther god because of her arrogance, and becomes Black Panther anyway. Because she's like, well, screw you, I'm saving my land. So to also incorporate this genius level intellect where she can go toe to toe with Tony Stark, and let's be honest, she's going to be a bit more ambitious than that. There's Tony Stark level, and then there's going to be Shuri level. So I love this because they're going to make her basically a tech fighter warrior.
Do you think that there's any possibility they're going to try and maybe transform him to sort of like the MCU version of Riri Williams?
Oh. Ooh. Well, wait, I'm sorry. They're going to, all I heard was Riri Williams and then my mind blanked. Go ahead. Say the question again.
Do you think that they're going to turn her into like the Marvel Cinematic Universe equivalent to Riri Williams? And Riri Williams, if you don't know, is sort of like a new Iron Man. I'm sure her name is Ironheart. And she's at MIT, right? She's like 15 or 16 or something like that. Yeah. Yeah,
she's younger. I think that they could. They could definitely, but Shuri is older, and she's at this point she should be a learned fighter, like a hand-to-hand combatant. Like, there's this whole storyline where Doom tries to get a hold of her. That did not end well. Yes, he got the vibranium, but he also got his butt handed to him, and then has Shuri chasing him throughout the world. So, I mean, I don't want her to be a Riri because I want Riri to exist.
I want Riri to be Riri as well.
On her own.
Such an interesting character in her own right that I'd rather her just exist.
Yeah, I agree.
She's multifaceted, very layered, and there's a vulnerability to Riri that I wouldn't necessarily want to see translated into Shuri.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, everybody has vulnerability, but there's a certain, like, Shuri isn't wounded, and I kind of see Riri like with her backstory being a little bit wounded, and I just don't want to see Shuri that way.
Sure. Yeah. I agree. I mean, she's a real royalty. Like she's strong and royal. Yeah, I agree. I want Riri to exist on her own, but in a lot of ways, it seems like what they did with Ned Leeds in the upcoming Homecoming, where they're like, yeah, it's Ned Leeds. I mean, it's totally ganky, but it's Ned Leeds. Like, my fear is that they're kind of maybe doing the same thing where they're like, yeah, it's Shuri. I mean, it's Riri Williams, but it's Shuri.
I would love it if further down the MCU storyline that they did have Riri, and then they had Shuri and Riri meet each other, because I think that I think they would be the best of friends.
Yeah, they probably.
I think that would be really good. There'd be like a really healthy competitiveness, but that would be a good time.
Yeah,
I'm just really excited for all the Panther tech. Like that's the best part of that trailer. Is
What did you call them? Panther blasters.
Oh, the Panther blasters on their hands.
Yeah. Shout out to Beast Mode Steez. He said that they're actually in the shape of panthers, which I didn't even notice. Yeah. Did you guys notice? I didn't notice that.
Yeah, it looks like a Power Rangers toy.
No, she's like awesome. She's totally Voltron right now.
Black Panther.
And it's just one of her many gadgets.
Yeah,
exactly. She's got a workroom. I want to know her playlist that she listens to.
Oh my God, yes. God, can you imagine?
Like maybe she listens to Prodigy.
Like, does she have a Voltron suit? Like, she's got like the Panther head and the Panther legs, and
God, I hope so.
She has
Except
a
like
vibranium.
instead of lions, it's all panthers.
Well, she has a vibranium.
I was gonna
suit.
say, like,
I mean, and should we talk about Midnight Angels?
If you have Tony Stark level intellect, I've never understood this in the MCU or the comic books, but if you have Tony Stark level intellect, why aren't you also making Iron Man suits? Like everyone should just have Iron Man suits if you're a genius.
But like with your own like sort of design.
Yeah,
You know, like your Microsoft to Steve Jobs.
Exactly.
Apple.
Yeah.
Well,
Like I would love a Panther Iron Man suit.
That would be amazing.
Well, she doesn't need that because she has vibranium, so her suit's superior.
Oh, it absolutely is.
Yeah,
All right,
sure.
let's move on. The Black Panther, still on Black Panther, the teaser trailer, and this is just the teaser. This isn't the trailer. It was like 90 seconds of here's what you can expect. Racked up 89 million views in the first 24 hours of its debut, and is in the top 3 most watched Marvel trailers ever released. It also had a
beat it?
I know. I meant to look that
What?
up and forgot to.
How dare they?
It also generated 349,000 mentions in 24 hours on Twitter, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good. People are
that's
excited.
Amazing.
People are excited. All right. Let's move on to Spider-Man. Any objections? Anything else you want to say about Black Panther?
We're good. I'll bring it up, as we talk. So.
Perfect. All right. Tom Holland confirms that Marvel's Spider-Man Homecoming is a trilogy. So we've kind of gone back and forth with it. It was just going to be 2 movies, and then it was 3, and then it was like, there's 1,000 of them. But Tom Holland said, speaking with French site Allociné, said there is still plenty of room to see Peter grow up, and especially Spider-Man and Peter grow up to Peter Parker, and especially Spider-Man in the next 2 movies. And at the end of Spider-Man Homecoming, the story is definitely not complete. I'm really looking forward to exploring how it will grow and to see what will happen after puberty. Yes, they're going to be exciting movies. He later specified, yes, there will be Spider-Man Homecoming 2 and Spider-Man Homecoming 3. I hope that they are not Homecoming 2 and Homecoming 3. I really want it to be like Spider-Man Prom, Spider-Man Junior Senior Banquet, like,
Winter formal.
Yeah, Spider-Man Winter Formal. Like, I would prefer that. I hope it's not Homecoming 2 and Homecoming 3.
Have you seen the compilation of Tom Holland being bad at keeping secrets?
No.
There's a YouTube compilation of him just revealing Marvel secrets. Because
That's awesome.
He's
so excited.
He's a kid who gets to play Spider-Man. Like, he's just really jazzed about it.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's, like, I believe it's called, like, Tom Holland Marvel Nightmare or something like that, where it's just like he's casually talking in interviews and like reveals that there's going to be 3 movies and goes immediately after, he's like, I wasn't supposed to say that. Like,
That's funny.
Oh,
it's
poor
kind of
Tom
like
Holland.
Zoe
Yeah.
Saldana when she was like,
Oh,
"Oh
yeah.
yeah, Gauntlet." Da, 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 da.
Oh, yeah,
You're like,
and then we return for Gauntlet.
yeah.
I'd be like, "What?"
I
What?
mean, not Gauntlet. Did I say Gauntlet? No, I meant Gantlet.
Yeah.
Gantlet.
You said Gauntlet.
No, you said you're the one who. We're gonna play the video game Gauntlet from the '80s. It's great. We're all gonna get together and play that.
Which
Archer
is
the
actually
best.
fun.
So yeah, I'm excited to see that. And I mean, come on, that's not news. It's not news that they're
Right.
like. You mean Sony and Marvel are gonna milk the Spider-Man cow for like a 70th time?
Yeah.
Get out of town. No one is surprised by that, but it is fun to hear like there's a trilogy coming.
Yeah. But
it
don't
also
call
means
it
that-
though.
Yeah.
Don't call it Homecoming
Don't call it
2
Homecoming.
and 3. We don't need it.
I mean,
You're not going to do that.
It also
anyway.
means that Marvel has a lot of faith in Homecoming,
Yeah.
at least. Like, it means that they've already seen what they've done, and like,
Yeah.
this is a story we want to keep doing.
Yeah.
Which, at least, that's the news there for me. It's like, Marvel likes...
Marvel likes what they see.
Yeah.
And we will be talking about the Sony Spider-Man verse just a little bit later.
Yeah, sure.
Because there's some more things to say about it.
Yeah.
Post-credits scene is a must-see. John Watts confirmed at Supernova down in Australia, I believe, that Homecoming has after-credit scenes that are definitely worth sticking around for. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, sure.
But how many does it have? Guardians had 5. You better top it. You better top it, Watts.
It's now it's just going to be a post-credits movie.
It's going to be a secondary movie.
It's
Yeah.
going to be a
Gonna
second
see.
movie.
Yeah.
I would love to see like all the outtakes.
Sure.
Like
Jackie Chan it.
Yeah, like what they
Oh,
did with
yeah.
Smokey and the Bandit. Like that was always so fun.
Loved Who Am I for that. Well, loved Who Am I anyway.
Yeah, sure.
So let me ask you, what villains do you want to see in the second and third movie? There's rumors right now that Jackal might be showing up. I didn't put that in the rundown because I was
Craven.
like, dude, Craven. Oh my god.
Have him show up in the third
Craven.
one.
And like he
Because then
kills Spider-Man. Like he
both
actually
be
kills
like
Spider-Man.
adult again, adult enough.
Yeah.
Where it's like I can believe Tom Holland versus a Craven.
And I want to see the ultimate version played by oh my god, why am I forgetting his name? The guy who played Leonidas.
Oh, I was thinking the guy.
Oh, Gerard Butler.
Gerard Butler, yeah.
Oh.
I want to see him hamming it up as like an internet, like Craven the Hunter all-star kind of thing.
I'd like to see what's his name, the guy who played the Joker, or not
Jared
the
Leto?
not the Joker, sorry,
Jack Nicholson?
'Cause, like,
the
God, no.
comedian.
Oh, that
my
was.
God, what's that guy's
Oh.
name?
Oh, I know this.
I got you.
Jack. He's got 3 names.
And Watchmen?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Watchmen.
Watchmen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a comedian on
He
Watchmen.
would be good.
Yeah.
He would.
I
be
mean,
good.
he's just got that mustache game.
It's Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Jeffrey
There
Dean
it is.
There we
Morgan,
go, because he's
Walking Dead.
He's Walking
Yeah,
Dead. He's
yeah.
Lucille. Lucille's the bat.
Negan.
Negan.
Yeah.
I haven't.
We're
Negan.
Negan.
I'm not-
I'm
yeah.
behind.
That's okay. I'm like totally
I'm
off.
like 2 or 3
I think
seasons.
Fear the
behind on
Walking
it.
Dead has wiped my mind.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan's got that kind of cockiness that
Yeah.
Craven needs.
Yeah, good point.
I'd like to see that guy hunting Spider-Man.
Yeah, Gerard Butler might ham it up a little too much.
I'd like to,
And
personally, I'd like to see,
grandiose.
maybe he's like a first act villain, but I'd like to see Mysterio.
Yes.
Oh, well, we
he-
know who went for Mysterio. What's his name? I'm forgetting everybody's
Yeah, we're
names
forgetting
today.
What's the end?
Full
Yeah.
fish bowl.
He's in
Yeah, full
everything. He was
Full.
he
What
was
was
a
he in?
doctor. Oh,
Doctor Doom?
No,
Doctor Strange?
This is horrible. I need to eat.
Oh, Neil Patrick Harris?
Thank you.
Yes.
Only
Patrick
the
Harris.
Ollie knows what I was going at.
Yeah,
He would
Dr.
be a
Horrible.
good
Right.
Mysterio.
Neil Patrick
Mysterio.
Harris would be great, and he'd bring all of his own magic effects.
Yeah. Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
Yeah.
Man, every
bad.
single time we say Neil Patrick Harris as Mysterio, I forget that we said that, and then
Yeah.
I remember how much I love it.
It's such a good cast.
It's so good. It's such good casting. Yeah, if they bring in Jackal, that would be the whole Clone Saga. Yeah, it'd be crazy. Avengers Infinity War has added Black Panther's Danae Guerrera.
What? Black Panther is again? Black Panther?
Black Panther?
Yes. We have Okoye.
And I don't think that's surprising.
No, I don't consider it to be. I would be surprised because I feel like they probably are going to kill a couple of characters off, or at least like one. And I'm hoping that it's not
It'll be Black
Ayo.
Panther.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they're gonna
it'll
kill
be
Black
T'Challa.
Panther.
You
Yeah.
know, it's just
Who
a
needs
one-off.
him?
All this
Who
build
needs
up.
him?
All this build up.
Yeah.
It better not be Ramonda. They better not kill a mom in this.
Ooh.
I'm just saying.
It is
think-
Disney.
I will
Fridge-
burn the theater to the ground.
It is Disney.
No, I don't want it either. I
If
do
you're
not
a
want-
mom-
No
in the
moms
Disney
die in
verse.
this one.
Please.
No, she can kill some people. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if she kills a lot of people as she's dying?
No, she
No,
doesn't
still not?
die. She
Okay.
doesn't die.
What I
Either
like
that or
ab-
we get the ring and we resurrect her.
Yeah.
What I like about this is, again, like, because, you know, Thanos is like a world-threatening event. It's cool to see that maybe like we see like how different places around the world are reacting to Thanos' invasion or whatever he's doing. So like we're gonna see like how Wakanda responds to this versus how the Avengers respond versus
Yeah.
how the U.S. government responds.
Yeah, and I think you hit the nail on the head. I think that's exactly what we're gonna see. I think we're like, and we've said that on the show before, but like I think it's gonna be, here comes one of Thanos's generals,
Yeah.
lieutenants, whoever, and they're going to Wakanda, and Wakanda has to defend their boundaries against these jerks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
it'll
no
be
one
it'll be
invades
Black
Wakanda.
Dwarf.
Yeah.
It'll be Black Dwarf.
It'll be Black
He'll land
Dwarf.
in Wakanda, and they'll be like, "Oh my God, Space Hulk!" And they'll be like, "Yeah, we got this, vibranium."
Yeah, I'd be like,
and
like,
then
he-
Black
he
Dwarf will
doesn't know.
fail, and Thanos will be like, "You're dead to me," and crush him. It'll be awesome.
it'd be so good.
It'll be so cool, you guys. Scarlett Johansson also revealed how many characters are in Avengers Infinity War. Speaking with Stephen Colbert on The Late Show, he was badgering her a lot for like, hey, how many characters, who all's in this? And she says, at one point, I do think that the Infinity Wars, there are, I think at one point, 61 or 62 Marvel characters in it.
Jeez.
I don't know if that means all heroes. Like, I'm sure that means like,
Oh, you got it.
Marvel
Maria
characters
Hill.
in
yeah, just like,
general.
yeah, like Hill, you know, like,
And then keep in mind that's
Fury.
That's just about everybody.
yeah, that's everyone that's shown up.
Yeah.
And then he kept pressing her, and she finally said, one particular scene, there's like 32 of us. There's a lot. So I think 62 characters overall.
Yeah.
And then, but in one scene, like that epic shot,
Yeah, you got the
There's-
splash
I'm
page.
32.
guessing
Yeah, splash page. Good one.
Wakanda because of wide open spaces. And you
Sure.
have T'Challa like in the front, and then you have Steve Rogers like right behind him.
Sure.
And then you have Scarlet. I'm just saying I'm
what-
I'm mixing up names
You're
and
really
characters.
ranking 'em.
I really am. And then like continue as
just-
you pan back.
Markia, just tell me, where is Doctor Strange in that picture that you're
Oh.
creating?
Oh, he's not in Wakanda.
Oh, he's not in Wakanda.
He's not in Wakanda.
What? So every other character is in Wakanda, but my character.
No,
he's
he's with the Guardians of the Galaxy. You know, he's doing like the mythical magic battling up in the space.
Okay. No, I see. I see. I see. You don't.
Sword and shield.
You don't want my guy around. Okay. No,
I can see.
No, he's too powerful. He's too powerful there. They need to put that power in another place because they already have it covered.
It's just fun for me to act like I'm hurt.
Listen, that splash page, you got the triangle going out, and then hovering above them, Strange's crisscross applesauce flying above them, just hovering.
Crisscross That's like his magic spell. He's like crisscross applesauce.
Yeah. How did he make his legs do that?
Oh man, have you guys read Clean Room? By the way, complete deviation. Clean Room by Gail Simone.
No.
Oh, it's so good. All right, sorry. You said crisscross applesauce. If you're reading Clean Room, you know exactly what I'm talking about. All right. Chris Hemsworth also teases Avengers Infinity War villains, saying he was at Supernova and a fan tweeted him. Attendee at Tyler_Cullen says, quoting Hemsworth said, "We all should be very afraid of Thanos. There are a lot more villains in Infinity War too." So, again, I don't think we're surprised by this, but it's just like we keep hearing sort of like we're just getting verification of what we already kind of know.
Yeah, about the Black Order and everything.
Yeah. Oh, Cull Obsidian. That's like one of the greatest names. Like Jonathan Hickman, thank you. I know you watch our show religiously, and thank you for that. Thank you, Jonathan Hickman.
I was kind of hoping, and it probably won't happen, but I was hoping for Ronan to get resurrected.
And do have kind of a bigger, better role than he did in the first Guardians.
Yeah, and maybe do like a face turn, like halfway through, like
because he's been kind of a good bad.
Yeah, he's
good bad. Yeah.
He mostly in the movie verse he was less so, but he's mostly just been like protecting whatever Kree interests are. And if that serves what the good guys are doing, then he's been with the good guys.
Yeah.
And if that serves what the bad guys are doing, he's been with the bad guys. So it'd be kind of cool to see him realize that Thanos
is a bigger threat.
Yeah, and then kind of turn against him. And then he can die again, but a good guy.
He dies a good guy.
I think he just tried to get one of those stones, and then he just head off into the wild blue.
Yeah, he'd be like, I'll take Thanos with just one stone.
Nope.
Do you think we'll see Loki?
You gotta.
Right? I mean, kind of, right?
I think you gotta. Is
he a good guy, bad guy?
He's Loki.
Yeah, I think he's Loki. I mean, he's the most...
Couldn't you see him, like, standing next to Hawkeye, and Hawkeye's like, really? He's like, I guess.
Yeah.
That would actually be a good scene. Like, Hawkeye just like, I haven't forgotten you, man.
He's the most memorable Marvel villain, so I feel like you gotta get him in there. He's super popular.
Well, I guess memorable because they used him, like, 3 times.
Well, yeah.
Also that, yeah. All right, let's keep trucking right along, everybody.
Yep.
Venom is going to film this fall, according to Omega Underground. Omega Underground, by the way, killing it this week. Maybe they're making everything up. We don't know, but they have a lot of news stories. They are going to film starting September 1st in New York City and Atlanta, apparently. Along with that, let's get into this fun little tidbit. Sony has confirmed Spider-Man spinoffs will tie into the MCU. Here's where I want to start with this. Last week, Kevin Feige, speaking with French magazine Allociné, said, for now, there is no plan for Venom in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's a Sony project. Right? All right. So, then we get Sony...
Is this a meme?
That is my favorite particular meme that came out. Venom is in the MCU. Wait, Dark Phoenix is in the MCU. Hold on, Justice League is in the MCU. It's still very funny. Acidic Heart, if you watch our show, please tweet at us. That has made me laugh every time I read it. Venom is in the MCU. Dark Phoenix is in the MCU. Wait, now hold on. Justice League is no. That's okay.
One of my favorite ones is that she's talking about it, and then they do the Curb Your Enthusiasm to Kevin Feige, and he's like,
all right, so poor Kevin Feige. I'm sorry to laugh at you, Feige. I know you watch our show.
It was like
but...
sad fleck all over again.
I know. I was like, oh,
hello,
no.
darkness, my old friend.
Yeah, someone else did that. Like I saw that one. I was reviewing all of them earlier. I just loved like the look on his face, like, well, we're screwed. How do I handle this one? All right. Well,
I mean, can they do that? Can they just like say like, oh yeah, remember those Avengers things that happened, or like the event in New York? Like,
see, okay, I will answer that, but let me read these quotes real fast in case our fans didn't know this. All right, so Feige and Amy Pascal were both interviewed for Film Starts. I believe it's a German media thing. So Amy Pascal was the chairman and president of Sony for a long time. She's no longer there, but she's still an EP, like executive producer on these films, and asked about, like, when they asked her the same question about Venom and Silver and Black, Silver Sable and Black Cat, she said both movies will now take place in the world that we are creating for Peter Parker. They'll be adjuncts to it, it being the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They may be different locations, but it will still all be in the same world, and they will be connected to each other as well. Then asked if Peter Parker, Tom Holland himself, would appear in the spin-offs. Pascal teased, "There's always a chance." And then there's more to it, but that's chapters in a book. Kevin Feige's a genius. That's basically the rest of the quote. So I think here's what happened.
Yeah.
I think Feige was like, no, that's your own thing. We want nothing to do with that. That's great. You own the property. We cannot stop you. Please don't do it, but we can't stop you. And they were like, great. Well, we're going to go ahead and do it. We're going to declare on the internet that they're a part of it, and now you have to deal with it.
Yeah.
I really think that Pascal was being very shrewd and said, oh, you want to continue to play with our toys? Well, we want to continue to play with yours. And I'm going to say that out loud, knowing that that's not what you want.
Well, with the term "there's a chance," I can also be the other way around. You know, you can completely go back on it. So it's like, there's a chance meatballs might fall out of the sky. You can't tell me there isn't, because who knows who's throwing meatballs somewhere.
Someone might be throwing meatballs, and a tornado may come by and sweep them up and keep them in whole.
Then we got, Meatball NATO that's just going to happen somewhere. There's a chance.
If Meatball NATO leads to Agent Venom, then I'm okay with that. That's where I'm trying to get to before I die.
You just want to see.
I want to see Agent Venom.
Yeah, I kind of wish that they had done Flash Thompson instead of Eddie Brock.
I think they're gonna.
That reason.
I think they're gonna turn Eddie Brock into Flash Thompson.
Okay,
I think they're gonna turn him into Agent Venom. I think he'll struggle with it at first, and then he'll be a good guy by the end and follow Spider-Man's example.
He'll lose his legs.
He'll lose his legs.
Yeah.
I really think that Sony knows they need Spider-Man in order to make Marvel or Venom work, but their Spider-Man exists in the MCU. So I think they're forcing Marvel to play ball with them in this capacity, where they're saying, no, they're in the same universe. No, they're not going to cross over.
Yeah.
But we do have to be able to reference Spider-Man in order to make Venom work, and we really want to make Venom work. And Marvel's like, please don't. So I personally think that's what happened. I think it was a shrewd game of ball, and Pascal may have actually won it this time.
Yeah. Well, she, has Sable and Black Cat also. Yeah,
I think Marvel Studios is looking at that going, but we don't want that.
Yeah.
Please, we worked really hard on this.
They've got a really great person helming that though. So I mean, it might be a pretty strong script. It's just a very interesting choice of characters.
Yes.
Sable and Black Cat feel more like Netflix original series than
totally
movies.
Agree. I totally agree.
Because all of the Spider Friends seem closer to the Defenders than a movie series, because they're all New York people who are kind of taking care of basically thieves with super technology.
Yeah.
Which is kind of lower to the ground than most of the other stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm interested to see a full Silver Sable movie.
Silver Sable, it's like
if they just make it James Bond.
An interesting storyline. She could be like a Janet Bond.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's no denying she's got a fun story and everything. I don't know, the caliber that Marvel, the MCU is playing with, I don't know. It's just
are we getting Silver Sable and Black Cat before a Storm movie happens? I know these are completely different properties.
Yeah,
completely
exactly.
different, but it's just
I'm wondering where Jessica Drew is. Spider-Woman
Where's Spider-Woman?
hasn't been touched, and she's a really interesting character where like she used to be with Hydra and now she's good and she's genetically created. Like that's an interesting story.
That is. You know, you can go into, you know, the origins with that. And
And that ties directly to the MCU. And then it's like, all right, well, cool. We're helping expand your universe. It feels like this is very much Sony saying, this is how we want to expand the universe. And Marvel's going, no, please don't. And they're like, no, we're doing it this way. We own the property. And it's like,
be like, you certainly do.
I guess you do.
Yeah.
You go do you, Sony. Go. Yeah. Here's the other. I read an interesting piece. I think it was on Slash Film. I can't remember. But they were talking about, and I cannot remember the guy's name. It escapes me. But the dude who's currently running Sony Pictures was the same guy who presided over Fox when they made X3, Spider-Man 3, and like just like the mid 2000s Fox was his fault, and now he's presiding over Sony. So I'm just like, dude, what did you do? Anyway,
I didn't know.
Maybe he had no control over those movies.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
That's a whole other topic that we could get into.
Yeah. Anyway, maybe I'm wrong. I hope that I am. I don't think that I am. Though.
Probably not wrong.
If we get Agent Venom or Carnage, I'm happy about that.
But what if the movies are terrible?
I mean, then I'm not happy about it.
See, like, I would love to see Agent Venom. I would love to see a Maximum Carnage storyline unfold in some capacity. Yeah. Like, I would sleep at the theater now. If they were like, next year, Maximum Carnage, I'd be like, cool, what theater? I'm going to go sleep until it comes out. Like,
it's like, and how would they do the origin for Carnage? I just want to see that egg happen.
You see Venom give birth?
I just want the egg.
Yeah, the symbiote giving birth, like Alien, and Deadpool's there to watch it for some reason.
Deadpool's holding his hand.
Come on, baby, come on, you can do it, push.
Chimichanga.
Oh my God, Chimichanga. All right, Avengers 4, Captain Marvel, and Ant-Man 2 all start production soon. Again, Omega Underground, the kind of the VIP this week, I guess. Avengers 4 is expected to start filming next month, July 17th in Atlanta. Captain Marvel will start filming July 8th in Atlanta, complete shooting on May 11th. And Ant-Man and the Wasp is expected to begin filming July 6th in Atlanta and wrap on November 30th. So yeah, I mean, there's no news there except that they're starting filming. But here's what's exciting about knowing when they're going to start filming is that we can start kind of mapping when we might be able to hear various announcements and stuff. So like with Ant-Man and the Wasp shooting in like 3 weeks, we still haven't heard who Janet Van Dyne is. Like who's playing her? Like I want to know that casting really bad, you know. So and who's the villain? Like you know.
Yes,
so.
and then Atlanta fans, you know, go out to these places and take pictures.
Take pictures
and
for
send
us.
them to us.
Also, fans of the TV show Atlanta, still take pictures for us.
Go to Atlanta fans, and take pictures. And Avengers 4 we knew is going to start filming pretty soon. I really want to know who the villain in Captain Marvel is. Who is that? Who's the villain?
I don't know.
I mean,
Young-Rog, probably Young-Rog, right?
I mean, it's. I imagine it's going to be an alien of some sort.
Just a Kree soldier, probably.
Maybe just a Kree soldier.
It can't be. What's his name? Because he's owned by
the Skrull.
Super
Skrull can't be Super Skrull. Yeah,
all of the named Skrulls are owned by Sony.
It's just the race of Skrulls.
Yeah, the race belongs to everybody.
Yeah, but Kill-Urt is Super Skrull's name.
Kill-Urt
or Payback, the Power Skrull.
Oh wow! Listen. Keep going.
Oh, man.
If you know the Skrulls, trot them out.
Did you say trot them out?
Trot them out.
Trot them out.
Trot them out.
Oh, it looks like the same person over and over again.
Oh, so weird. You are Skrullist, sir. All right, Marvel Studios is going to debut a new logo for their anniversary. The quote is to French media is like Star Wars, Marvel Studios will have a special logo for the 10th anniversary of the MCU next year. 10th anniversary being 2008 when Iron Man came out, and hopefully we'll get a cool new hat. San Diego Comic-Con. I missed out on last year's hat. I want to get this year's hat.
I hope it's just the gauntlet.
Oh my God, that would be the best. Oh my God, I look terrible in hats.
We've been ruling you for 10 years for this moment.
Yeah. We've ruled you for 10 years. Yeah, that's how he should say it. We've ruled you for 10 years, Earth. Kevin Feige stresses the MCU has no plans for the Fantastic Four. In other news, Matt Key is crying right now. Fantastic Four isn't looking likely for the future. We have no plans for the Fantastic Four. Feige told Ellis there's no discussions about it. Here's what I'm saying.
I would love for Foxen to be like, well, there's a chance. He's like, dun, 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 dun.
But there's a chance that there is, right?
Yeah.
No, God, stop, everybody. Just because there's no discussions that Fantastic Four is not coming around the corner, Kang, Galactus, or Silver Surfer still could be.
Could still exist.
Still could still exist. I would love to see that.
Yeah.
There's a chance.
There's a chance. Thank you, Amy Pascal. That's what I want to see. Plus, I think Feige is lying, and I totally think Fantastic Four coming.
Yeah, they've got to make a good Fantastic Four movie.
They have to. They have to.
Well,
It's a
they've got
property
until
that-
2020. They've got until then to even think about going into production.
Yeah.
There are so many great storylines that you could turn into a movie really easily, and just I feel like Sony always played it way too safe, and which made
You mean Fox?
or Fox, yeah, Fox always played it way too safe, which just made it really boring.
Yeah.
And I feel like Marvel has the pull, and that they can find a director and a storyteller that can make a really good Fantastic Four movie.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just need a decent script. They have good actors.
Yeah.
They have
They
good
just-
actors.
They just need.
Everyone except for maybe the first Fantastic Four, Miss
I
Fantastic.
don't remember that one.
Jessica
Oh.
Alba.
No, it's
Jessica
no, it's
Alba's
blank.
Invisible Woman?
No,
Yeah.
it's blank.
Yeah.
I refuse to remember that. Those
Not-
synapses will not connect. I
Those
refuse.
neurons died a long time
I know.
ago.
I blocked him off.
It's like, who was Human Torch for that? Now he's don't connect the synapse.
Don't connect.
Don't connect.
Yeah, those were real bad. By the way, if you haven't seen the documentary Doomed about the 1994, Brittany and I watched it this. My wife Brittany, we watched it this weekend, and it's great. It's a documentary about the Doomed Roger Corman 1994 Fantastic Four and the making of, and how everyone was lied to about the purpose behind it. It is.
Wow.
Go watch that documentary and
right.
then watch the film, which is incredibly bad. Strangely enough, it's still the best Fantastic Four movie that's ever been made, which is saying a lot.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Apparently there's a new kid-friendly Fantastic Four film reboot reportedly in the works. I'm currently looking it up. I don't know if you wanted to mention that, but Colt was really begging me in the chat to. Have you guys heard about that at all?
I don't
I
have.
I haven't
mean,
heard about that, but that's kind
Maybe
of.
we can talk about it next week, but this is really
A comic book or an animated series?
It says a kid-friendly reboot Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah, cool.
I mean, that's.
I will look into this, but
I mean, making it a family science, like making it like a family science exploration thing is a great way to take it.
Yeah.
Bring in Franklin, bring in the kids. Like, why not?
Yeah. No, exactly. And like, Fantastic Four has always been family friendly for the most part. I mean, like, here's the deal. Like, when Josh Trank was like, I'm gonna do this movie and I'm gonna make it like Cronenberg, it's like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, that's not what I would do with it.
Yeah.
But
Right.
I'm interested to see what you do with that, because I can see that. You know, I can absolutely see that, especially with like using Hickman's run and stuff like that. And then Fox, I think, chickened out. They're like, oh, this is too weird. No.
It got real edited.
It got tremendously edited.
Yeah.
So like, swing the other way. Do family friendly.
It says that it doesn't focus on Marvel's original team members, but it features Franklin and Valeria, the two children of Invisible Woman, Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
interesting.
So it
Very
completely skips Fantastic
yeah.
Four
Which is okay,
and goes
I
with their
guess.
progeny.
It's really.
Yeah.
I mean, we're getting a Silver Sable movie, so
Yeah.
so what
Anything
can we
is
do?
possible.
I still want my Black Widow movie. But
We flew too close to the sun.
Black Widow movie would be great.
Yeah, Black Widow would be awesome.
Just saying.
It'd be fun.
I want to see her fill out that red ledger.
Yeah.
I want to see that red ledger, man. All right.
I want to see her driving
I feel like-
motorcycles. I love her driving
I
motorcycles.
feel like
Yeah.
Atomic Blonde is going to be our Black Widow movie.
Yeah, dude, that movie looks amazing. I mean, the trailer does. I haven't seen the movie, but the trailer looks awesome. All right. Inhumans actor Henry Ian Cusick has revealed his role and reveals how closely the series adheres to the comics. He says, I play a geneticist, and his name is Dr. Evan Declan, and he's a human. I think that says quite a lot already. If you know the comics, you know where the Inhumans are coming from, so that's pretty much my character. I kind of am under the impression that this guy doesn't know a lot about the Inhumans, and that's okay, because not most people do not.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
99.9% of the world would be like, Inhumans, huh?
Yeah.
But then there's me. I'm like, but the Inhumans are my favorite. Leave them alone.
Yeah, but the thing of it is that I think the opposite is, well, in my opinion, for me, the opposite is kind of happening with what it is with Black Panther. Like seeing that and seeing, I can't wait for stills, seeing that kind of puts a fire under your butt to read some Black Panther. And then hopefully, Marvel will continue with World of Wakanda. I know that they cut that off.
Sadly.
Sadly. I think that is not a good move when it's like all this Black Panther. But whatever. I don't run that.
I don't run your company, Marvel.
Yeah, but for with Inhumans, it's not necessarily lighting a fire under to go back and read those. Not for me personally.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Well,
okay.
it is interesting because when the Iron Man movie came out, like before the movie, Iron Man was just like one of many superheroes. He was not like a front row in your face kind of guy.
Yeah.
And then the movie came out and it was like Iron Man's in every property, everything going forward. And I agree that like there doesn't seem to be a lot of hope or fire behind this Inhumans project. And it went from being just a movie where they were just talking about like, we're going to do an Inhumans movie. It's going to be in 2020 whatever, and it's going to be great. And then it was like, no, we're doing a series, and now it's like a mini series.
Now it's a mini series premiering in IMAX, directed by Iron Fist, or show run by the Iron Fist guy, and I'm just like, oh my god,
in Hawaii.
It's not even like in Adelan, like they get kicked out of Adelan in the first episode or something like that. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm tremendously not sold, and that saddens me.
Yeah.
Wasn't Declan like the last name of an action star or something like that? I keep on feeling like Arnold Schwarzenegger was a character with
I'm
Declan.
sure he's played Declan.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I like the name. It's a strong name.
It's a good name.
Yeah, I agree. It's a good name.
Of the clan.
Of the clan,
like,
Declan.
the Scots.
The Declan clan. Cloak and Dagger. Speaking of TV shows I'm excited about, Cloak and Dagger star Aubrey Joseph recently posted a couple pictures of him on the set of Cloak and Dagger. Nothing big. It's just him chilling on the rooftop. But oh my god, do I love me some Cloak and Dagger, and I just had to include it in the rundown.
Yeah, sure.
It's good. He's like positioned.
He's got that cloak around him, and he doesn't have his shirt on, so like you just know like some weird stuff just happened the night before, and he's just like he discovered his power and he like disappeared, and now he's appeared and he's naked except for the cloak, and it's like, what is going on?
Right. It's a good thing that cloak can't be taken off.
Yeah, right.
Well, not good. It's relative
Good for us.
terms.
Well,
relative
I mean, maybe not
terms.
good for all of us, but
No, I mean, like for his nakedness, it's like nobody can take that cloak off.
yeah.
Oh, except for Molly Hernandez. I believe that there is a panel where she like rips it off of him.
Ooh.
Like when she's Molly Hayes in Runaways.
Yeah.
I believe that there's one that I'll have to go back through my comics, but
Like
I
the
feel
Inhumans
I feel like
Cloak and Dagger,
he was like, oh no, this can't ever be removed, and she's like,
I'll prove you wrong. I'm 10.
I'm sure somebody in the chat room can check that.
I'm excited for this teen drama. I think it's going to be really interesting.
Dude, that trailer, like I was excited because it's Cloak and Dagger. I'm a fan of the characters. But that trailer was like, whoa, this is way more than I was expecting.
Yeah.
This could be good.
Yeah.
This could actually be really good.
Looks like they're treating it very seriously.
Cool.
Yeah. All right, Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds shared. Hey, Coy, we finally got to Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds shared this on Instagram. It appears to be kind of him making fun of the SpiderMan poster, which I think is great. But he shared this on his Twitter, Van City Reynolds.
He's definitely making fun of it.
Yeah, right. And he
So
writes, drop by X-Mansion, look closely for Beast's lawn bombs before taking a well-deserved nap. The other part of that is they're filming at the X-Mansion, which is exciting.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what we're going to see there. I'm
Yes.
excited about it, though.
And then also that incident that happens in Logan. I mean, they, kind of hint to that, in Logan. But I know that's completely different universe.
I think that's just the future, though, right?
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I would like it.
That
I'm
would be
excited to
amazing.
see
Yeah.
Deadpool's X-Men costume.
Do you think we'll get that? Do you think we're seeing it?
Do you think
because
they
it's-
get him into that this soon, though? It kind of seems like...
His Miss Marvel costume?
I don't know this one. Or
I'm
not.
not Miss Marvel. Who is it? It's Jean Grey's alternate daughter, whatever her name is. It's the green with the like yellow eye stuff. In Deadpool and Cable at one point he dresses as
Oh, Hope?
no, not Hope. There are so many alternate Jean
Yeah.
Grey
I know.
daughters.
I'm just like, are you
Wait,
talking about like Rachel
Rachel?
Summers?
I think
Rachel
it's Rachel.
Summers?
Yeah, I think
Who
it's
just
Rachel.
goes by Phoenix?
Yeah.
She got like the weird spikes on her.
Yeah, and
costume
it's
in the
green
mid-90s?
with yellow, and a mini skirt, and at one point,
Oh, are you talking about Marvel Girl, the original 60s?
Marvel Girl. That's it. Yeah.
Did he dress in her outfit?
In a Cable and Deadpool.
Oh my god, I did not know that. That is.
He teams up with the X-Men, and he's super excited. He's like, "I'm gonna get into my X-Men uniform," and he comes out as her with the mini
Perfect.
skirt and like the yellow
the yellow
mask.
Oh, the domino, the
Yeah.
giant.
It's
Kind of
fantastic.
get some Dean Ambrose meets Ms. Dow action.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's move on to our last couple subjects here. X-Men New Mutants is reportedly casting for Karma and Young Magic. Now, a lot of the sites, I didn't see any site talking about this, but the Young Magic is actually really exciting
Yeah.
to me, because a lot of people were like, "Yeah, it's gonna be a flashback." No,
No, that's
No.
a messed up childhood.
she's got a messed up childhood where she gets
Yeah.
kidnapped at the age of 6 by a demon named Belasco,
Yep.
and then disappears into limbo until she's 13.
It's like that's
And the X-Men are like, "Oh my god, this demon kidnapped our friend. Where'd she go?" And she returns like an hour later.
yeah, it's like, oh, she's back.
and
Everything's
they're like,
cool.
"Oh,
Wait
she's
a
back.
second.
Wait a minute, she's 13. Is she still Ilyana Rasputin?" And sure enough, she is.
Yeah.
But she's tremendously messed up. And that led to the Magic miniseries where we're like, well, where was she for 7 years? Oh, in actual hell with a demon learning how to be the Dark Child.
With a cool battle axe.
Yeah, that Soul Sword is awesome. So anyway, I really, really, really think that the New Mutants movie is going to touch on that. I honestly do. I think she's probably going to disappear and reappear. And like that's gonna be something they have to deal with is this demon thing, and then there's demon, but like there's so much
Yeah,
they can
I love
cram
that.
all together. I'm real like the more and more I hear about this, the more I'm like, Fox, what are you doing? This is bonkers. I am excited.
Honestly,
Great horror.
I would love a New Mutants movie that is just they go to the mall.
Oh,
And-
dude, I would
Oh, well,
watch.
yeah. Who doesn't want the
And
Jubilee
that's
Mall
it.
Rats
Yeah, like,
movie?
I just want to
that.
see New Mutants at the mall.
That's all I want to see.
In 1987, they're just at the mall and like just do Fast Times at Ridgemont High, but with
mutants.
super
and like the
powers.
Sentinels attack, and like
Yeah.
civilians are being attacked because the Sentinels are like malfunctioning or something. I will
Yeah.
watch that all day.
Cannonballs eating a soft pretzel. Like,
As he's like flying through the air, like, oh, the soft pretzel's so good, but the Sentinel.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. Fox has really missed the boat. Like when they did the whole like X-Men Apocalypse thing, and they're like, they go to the mall in the 80s. I was like, yes,
You're like,
all
where
day.
was that? Where was that?
I want to see that movie.
I want to see that movie all
Yeah.
day. That's all you have to do. You can. It's almost like a bottle episode at that point.
Yeah.
Cut the budget in half. You only have one location. Done.
It's the mall.
It's the mall in the 80s. Fox, I know you're watching. Stop messing up. They also are casting a young female. Here's all the information we have. Young female, 18 to 22 years old, Asian. Scheduled to shoot in Massachusetts for 1 or more days between 7/20 and 8/16. So in terms of X-Men, that's one of 2 characters, as far as all of us can tell. Hisako Ichiki, a.k.a. Armor, or founding member of the New Mutants, Shankoi Man. I think I'm saying, is it Man? M-A-N-H, Man?
Man?
Mon, is it Mon? Shankoi Man, a.k.a. Karma. I personally think it's going to be Karma because I really want to see Armor in Deadpool. And they just cast Shioli Katsuna in a key role that they're not disclosing. And Koi's theory last week was that she was Armor, and it blew my head off. Armor, in case you can't remember, can create psionic exoskeleton of enormous power and protection. But Karma is a great character.
Yeah. No, Karma's cool.
I mean, that's also not ruling out that they just didn't want to cast a non-Asian character as an Asian person.
Yeah,
Like
true.
they could also do that too.
Yeah, they just want like a random
Yeah.
Asian girl, like just no like.
They could
there's
have
a
just
girl.
been like,
She's Asian.
oh, why don't we just make her Asian and then cast her?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. But Shankoi Man, Karma, she has the power to seize other people's minds and then make them do it. Like she's like a puppeteer kind of
Yeah.
in that way. So, and like she's controlled. I think Spider-Man at one point. I think she took over the Fantastic Four. Like she's pretty powerful what she can do. X-Men New Mutants casting call hints at Warlock's appearance. Again, from Omega Underground, they have this skinny man, male, 20 20s to 60s, kind of broad.
Yeah.
Caucasian, must be over 6'9", extremely tall and skinny. We are looking for someone who is very good with movement. This is a featured principal role with no dialogue, so that's very obviously sort of like motion capture kind of thing for Warlock. And Warlock, by the way, is basically a techno-organic virus from outer space who is sentient and comes to Earth.
Yeah, being over 6'9" and good with movement is going to be difficult to cast.
Yeah.
Like, they need to just cast, like, Joel Embiid or someone in the NBA.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
just,
Like, I'm 6'5" and can barely move.
Just CGI him. I mean,
Yeah.
just do that.
Just
I mean,
do
like
CGI.
have the tall, stunt person.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
have a stunt person do it like you did Thanos back when. And it just seems like all of this other stuff, they're complicating the issue for themselves.
Agreed. All right, let's get in. This is my favorite news from the week. Jessica Chastain is in negotiations to star as in Dark Phoenix, X-Men Dark Phoenix, as Lilandra. Empress Lilandra of the Shi'ar Empire.
That's awesome.
Here's why that's exciting. First of all, Lilandra's a great character.
Yeah.
She starts off as an antagonist to the X-Men, but becomes Professor X's like long distance girlfriend. Very long
him.
distance. The Shi'ar Empire is sort of like an avian, more avian people. They're kind of bird-like, have feathers and such. Bit stronger biology than humans.
They like swords.
What's that?
They like swords.
They love their swords. But here's what's exciting about Lilandra. It's not the character. It's the story. If Lilandra is included, that means they are, like, by my estimation, they're sticking pretty close to the source material of what the Dark Phoenix saga is. And the Dark Phoenix, there's like, they didn't do that with X3, Last Stand or whatever. They were like, she's a Phoenix and she's turned evil. And this one, it's very much like, oh no, it's the Dark Phoenix saga. And she's overtaken by a cosmic entity of so much power that other star systems are like, oh no, and that's exciting. Like, I want to see that. Like, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, the first comic book I ever owned was Starjammers. That was the first I ever
You just
owned.
became my favorite person.
Like, I read Starjammers religiously, and it was the only comic book I read for a year and a half.
Oh my god!
And then they stopped doing it because I was the only person.
You were
reading it.
you were like
You're the
one of
only one.
7 people reading it.
So to see Lilandra there is just real exciting for me. I would love to see like the X-Men defend Earth against the Shi'ar Empire. Like see those like weird feathery Shi'ar ships like in orbit. Like let's get that going. Like swords,
All day.
sword
Nice.
fighting. Like let's see swashbuckling going on with all of the X-Men.
Dude, let's see the X-Men and the Starjammers team up to take on the Imperial Guard.
Yeah.
Like,
Let's do that.
Let's do that all day. Like, we just got done saying we want to see the X-Men in the mall. Now we're saying like, let's see them in space too. Like
The Imperial Guard.
I'm
would be
somewhere
so
in the
cool.
middle for that then, because
Yeah.
because that seems like huge and big and
Yeah.
so
Very
many
big.
characters and huge, and it's like, okay, how about we just bring it back to like, who is Dark Phoenix? Let's bring it to that, and then this is another setting that we have after we've established the sacrifice and like the complications.
Yeah.
Then we have it set into where it's like with Liandra.
Believe it, I totally 100% agree with you. I think the problem is that they did a massive misstep with Apocalypse. What they should have done with Apocalypse is establish Phoenix.
Yeah.
They established her at the very end coming out and she saves the day. Okay, great. But like, they didn't really establish much relationship between her and Scott. Like, they didn't do what they should have done with it.
Yeah.
And they're launching into Dark Phoenix from like a stumbled step. Like, they tripped and they're like, oh, but we're supposed to jump for the slam dunk now. Like, and it's like they're flailing through
Yeah.
the
If
air.
anything, like if we're gonna focus on how much time they gave characters in there and that what would be the next movie step from there. I mean, Psylocke.
Yeah.
That would have been a really great move.
Yeah, that would have been
Actually.
fun.
Psylocke, who literally just walks away from the movie. She's
Yeah.
like, well, that's awkward.
Yeah.
She like Homer Simpson's into the bushes. So let me like just real fast because we need to start
Yes.
closing up. Hellfire Club detects powers in Jean Grey. Jason Wingard, mastermind, like gets like convinces her to come in, like tricks her. They try to control it. X-Men save her. Jean Grey's like, oh, this is too much power. I'm going to disappear so that I don't destroy the Earth. But then she ends up destroying a star, which destroys an entire planet. The Shi'ar Empire's like, what? They go to attack her, and then the X-Men have to defend her on the moon, and it becomes X-Men versus Imperial Guard on the moon.
Jesus.
It's a giant story, but one of my favorite quotes is from Uatu, who says, Jean Grey could have lived to become a god, but it was more important to her that she die a human. Because she takes her own life.
That feels like 10 movies.
Dude, I know.
It's
And
a-
if we know Fox
heck
at
of a
all,
storyline.
they're going to try and cram 10 movies
one.
into this.
With as many characters
Yeah.
as possible and a little bit of Quicksilver.
Well, speaking of, apparently the entire cast from Apocalypse is returning.
Oh, of
And it
course.
takes place in 1991. All right, we've got,
Yeah.
let's say 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, let's say 5 minutes to do Merry Marvellites. Hey, Marvellites!
You got this.
All right, let's do it. And shout outs. Aaron Wilkerson at Aaron Wilkes. Stephanie Chandro at Steph Amethyst. Max Russell at Max Russell 66. Shane Pickett at DadRad4. Glorious Greg at XG Hilly 929. Negaziman at Negaziman. Teresa Luz at Teresa Fortes Luz. JJ Lang at JJ Lang Tweeted. Evan at Harris EV9. Ryan Street at R Street 1984. Eric Opperman at the Eric Opperman. That's with an O. And Charles Lee at GoofyFan_Chuck. Those are shout outs for you. Shout outs. So question from Ashley Houchins. Could Marvel make a deal with Fox for just Galactus alone like they did for Ego?
They could. Anything is possible, and
There's a chance.
That's kind of what I was saying earlier. Is that I would love to see Galactus. I would love to see Silver Surfer. I'd love to see Kang. I think Kang is such an interesting character.
Kang would be
Yeah.
cool.
You know, and you could play with time. You could play with like alternate universes with him, like all sorts of wacky stuff with Kang.
As long as he's not a giant purple cloud, I am happy to see Galactus in the MCU. I want weird helmet Galactus.
The rise
Yeah.
of Silver Surfer.
Yeah, I want to see that, the square pupils and everything.
Yeah.
Like giant purple pants, like invading Manhattan with a Uatu. They're like, what's going on?
What's going on?
Yeah.
All day.
I'd
I would
be
love
cool with
that.
If the Sony Spiderverse does turn out to be an adjunct to the MCU, what Spider-Man characters would y'all want to appear in their own / someone else's movie / show? Did we kind of answer this? No, we didn't.
I mean, not really.
Would you want to appear in their own show?
I mean,
Spider-Man.
It's like in the. I guess they mean like in the
Spider-Verse.
the adjunct Spider-Verse.
Right, in the
Yeah.
adjunct Spider-Verse.
I mean,
I would love to see like a Marvel Mafia show with
Yeah.
the Magia and like Tombstone and Hammerhead
Silvermane.
and Silvermane. Like I'd love to see that. And I mean, Superior Foes of Spider-Man, if you haven't read it, is one
it's
of
really
the most
funny.
fun runs. And I'd love to see like a bunch of side villains like Boomerang and the Beetle and Shocker, all of them like trying to be villains in a universe where Spider-Man exists.
Yeah.
Is incredibly difficult because
Yeah.
Spider-Man's real good at his job.
Very, very good at his job.
Yeah.
yeah. I really enjoy Madam Web, and I would love something with her.
Really cool.
It's like that because that's just a whole lot of messed up, twisted awesomeness that goes on
Yeah.
with like her storyline.
Yeah.
So do something with her.
I would love to see the Spider-Verse,
Yeah.
like alternate reality Peter Parker, fine, whatever. But I want to see like bring in Spider-Ham, bring in like Japanese Spider-Man, bring in Spider-Man Noir, like.
Yeah.
Bring all those characters together for some like Mayday Parker, like do it all. Like that's awesome. Like I would love to
really
see
cool.
that. And then you don't need Tom Holland. Like
No.
at all. Like you have all these alternate reality Spider-Mans who are like marginally connected to the Tom Holland one, and they all invade our universe for some reason. Like I would love to see that.
Nice. Okay, so from Joey Harrison at Joey H 1984, he sent us pictures. And he says, hope all the dads out there have a marvelous #Father's Day.
Yeah.
And it's little Lego people of my two
Aw,
dads.
that
It's
is
Guardians of the
cute.
Galaxy, and it has Yondu and who is that?
I think
other
that's
one?
Michael Knight and Kit.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
That is awesome. That
that's
is awesome. Joey, well done.
I just saw Kit in the
Yeah,
background.
that is Kit.
It took me a second. I was like, but who's? Oh my God, Michael
course
Knight. Well
it's
done.
Hasselhoff.
Well done.
Aw.
That's the best. All
Gorgeous,
right.
nice. Nintendo TNT at Nintendo TNT. After listening to this week's #Marvel Movie News, I thought you'd appreciate seeing this. And it's
Yeah, let's see it.
It's a
Let's
Black
see it.
Panther. Oh, well, this is a.
I mean, that's
this
cool.
is another thing from Joey.
I like
yeah,
that.
Another
very
dad.
cool.
Another
So-
dad pick.
Right here.
Whoa, that is
he has a hard copy
gorgeous
of
cover.
who is
Whoa.
Black Panther.
That is
Not only
beautiful.
that, but if you see the next picture, it's signed. He's got it signed by Ramada Jr.
Oh, you
Yeah.
lucky guy. That is the best.
Very awesome.
Go ahead and send that to us, please.
Yes, we'll document it on the show. It's just, for show purposes.
We'll send it back.
From Steve Rogers at CapAmera1CA1. I saw this at AwesomeCon and thought you would appreciate it. It's a Deadpool picture that we have here.
Yeah.
If it's image 28, that's it. And
Okay.
it's Deadpool's
Whoa,
stunt gun.
that's cool.
Oh, cool.
That's cool. Good work. Did you buy it? You better have bought it.
Answer us.
That's Russ.
And then from Tree Walker at Benoit _V _Roche. Hey, bud, just wanted to show off my friend's awesome Doctor Strange costume at Niga Z-Man. Really pulled it off. #giant _
Oh man, no,
doctor.
I saw this guy. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great.
And he
That's
seems
a
really
great costume.
tall.
Yeah.
He's like Matt Key tall.
Yeah, that's pretty tall. Like, I'm very tall.
Yeah.
If you know me at all, you know I'd love to talk about how tall I am.
I like this crossover where it just shows up in Darth Vader's universe.
Hey, if there's anyone who could go to the Star Wars universe, it would be Doctor Strange.
And then from Jonathan
Jedi.
Peck at JPack1098. Here's some cool pics that I took from AwesomeCon last Saturday. And one more thing. Can you wish me good luck tomorrow because I'm graduating from high school?
Whoa!
Yay.
Good
luck.
That's amazing.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Graduating high school is that's a big deal, man.
Yeah,
You
it
made
is.
it. That's a
Here-
huge deal.
Yeah, there he was with a Wolverine character.
Yeah,
and
that's
there's
great.
a number of others. I believe I retweeted it.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah.
Graduate high school with our blessings, sir.
Indeed.
Send us pictures so we can applaud you some more. Oh, that's a good Doctor Strange. You had the Book of Ashanti and everything.
Oh,
Good
here
work.
he is with a Deadpool.
Nice.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
pretty solid Deadpool.
All right. Well, that's
All right,
awesome. Thank you for bringing us
cool.
to Merry Marvelite land, Mark.
Yes.
Yeah. We will presumably see Coy back next week, but thank you for filling in.
Oh man, I had a
Yeah.
blast.
We
Where
loved
can
having you.
people find you, Mr. Klein?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at JessKlein1. That's JSSKLEIN, the number 1. I mostly talk about nerdy stuff or get angry about political things if you want to listen to that.
Congrats.
You can also see me doing live comedy all over the Los Angeles area. So if you're interested, you can just look it up.
And if you live in LA, that's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Markia?
Okay, so you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Markia McCarty. That's MARKEIA MCCARTY. I feel you staring at my mouth while I'm saying it.
I'm
Matt.
sorry. I'm sorry. I want to get it
I
down.
feel you. So yeah, and I'm occasionally on Screen Junkies News, but you can definitely catch me on our sister network, AfterBuzz TV, where on Monday nights I host with Johnny LaQuasto WWE Raw After Show. We just had Money in the Bank. They just did an after show. It was a SmackDown one, but it got talked about. So yeah, check that out on not this upcoming Monday because Happy 4th of July, but the Monday after that.
Great. All right. Ollie?
Guys, follow me on all social media platforms at Ollie Dreamer, except you, Demon Bear. Stay away from my dreams.
I'm Matt Key at the Matt Key. You can catch me here on Tuesdays. You can catch me on Wednesday Club over on Geek and Sundry's Twitch channel on Wednesdays. I'm on Screen Junkies over on Thursdays and Fridays periodically. I will appear there, especially if they're talking about Marvel stuff. They always like to put me on over there. And then today I'm running down to Skybound to play games on their Twitch channel.
Oh yeah,
Cool.
Super
Yeah.
Fights.
Super Fight and Black Mary Kill.
That's how I know Mike Falzone, who unfortunately
Nice.
couldn't make
Couldn't
it
make it
because
today,
he was
yeah.
stuck on the East Coast. So
But yeah, you can catch
Yeah.
me playing card games over there.
yes, it's fun.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Take no prisoners.
Oh, don't worry. I never do. Anyway, bye.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week. Bye.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Popcorn Talk Network or its owners or principals.